Hello everybody, it's the Gaming Snowman here, and welcome to another video on Roblox Starscape. So, I've had a lot of people going like, how do I play Starscape? What's the point of playing Starscape? Like, what are you meant to do? Well, in this video, I'm pretty much going to be telling you most of the things that I've been told I can do, and I've attempted to do most of these things. But one of the main things you want to do in Starscape at the moment, you know, later they'll be adding an update that'll add stations, and then factions and stuff will be able to take it over. That's a little complicated. But at the moment, when you just start out, you want to make as much money as possible and try and get as many, like, you'd probably want a frigate of some sort, you know? You'd be like, oh, those corvettes look cool, those bigger ships. But to get those, you got to make money, or you got to mine and stuff. The multiple ways you can make money is by mining, doing missions from factions and stuff, you know, factions like Corsic. So if you come over to, I believe, the lower level, if you come to the lower level, there'll be a little mission place. There are other little places you can go, but this will probably be your main place if you're trying to get these missions done. I will have a mining tutorial, like the best way to mine and stuff, after this video, so that will be made very soon. But yeah, so basically you can come to this Corsic office, you can come to this person here, you'll be like, hello, I'm a Corsic agent, how are you? You'll be like, yep, I'm doing good. Hi, I'm looking for work, thank you very much. And then she shall give you all these missions that are tier 0. You can start them, and then you'll be able to basically just go out to the docking bay, drive the ship you start out with, and complete that. But before you do that, you will start with some missions in here. If you just want to click start and then complete them, you know, just do that. Once you've completed those missions, then go to the Corsic field office and get them done. But anyway, yeah, so once you've got a decent amount of money from your, like, all that kind of stuff and drone hunting, I would actually recommend crafting ships and stuff, by the way. That's just something I would recommend, crafting it with ores you can mine. But again, back to the mining guide, I would say. But, yeah, so what you can do with this money is you can kind of spend it on ships, you can spend it on armor, guns. I wouldn't recommend armor and guns, that's not a big part of the game at the moment. But I would definitely recommend putting on ships, maybe add some, like, stuff for mining. And eventually, once you've got enough ores and stuff, and, like, enough money, you can get frigates, and that is kind of awesome. But obviously, you don't just have to be alone trying to make your way through this galaxy. You can become part of a faction. Factions are pretty cool. If you go to I and then click this, it's 25,000 to make a faction. You can always join one in the Discord server, which I believe is under the game. If you go under the Starscape game, there's like there's advertisements and stuff. This is my faction. There's like members, you know, there's the relations, all complicated stuff. But basically, you can use your money to upgrade the faction. These are the extra things you have. You know, if you upgrade it to an enterprise, which would in total is 350,000, but you'll then be able to use a custom skin and a custom symbol on your ship. So basically, you know, if you watch Star Wars, you know how, you know, a rebel ship looked different to a normal ship. So if you had like a cool looking ship by the rebels that have it like certain colors and have their symbol on it, basically that, you know, you'd be able to make all ships in your faction can put a skin on to make it a certain color and have a symbol on its wings, you know, make it look cool. But yeah, that's a nice thing with factions. So on top of factions, I believe, yeah, so with the new update that's apparently going to be coming out fairly soon, faction's going to be a big part, because, you know, at the moment people are stockpiling on resources, they're mining as much as they can, because apparently you're going to be able to make destroyers which are bigger than frigates, and frigates are pretty big ships. You know, you can do a lot of damage with frigates. But yeah, apparently you'll be able to make them at these stations, so people are stockpiling, then they're going to try and take over the stations. It's a massive political thing in this game, by the way. So it's very, very complicated. I'd recommend, if people ask you to join the faction, like, you know, just make sure they're not on one side. I'd recommend staying neutral. If anybody mentions something about it, just stay neutral. But yeah, so there's a lot of political stuff, but yeah, basically factions will be able to take over stations and craft destroyers and all that kind of stuff. Basically, it'll be quite an awesome time when that update comes out. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, just basically what you want to do in the game. Quick recap: just make money, get like a fleet of ships, try and get people in your faction, or like join a faction. And yeah, I guess just become the ruling faction of galaxies. Because if you didn't know, this entire thing is all pretty much like one server. Pretty much. Like each system is technically a different server, but most of them are it's kind of the same server. If you get what I mean. I don't know if that makes sense, but this thing is like the whole same server. So if you go into a system, so say I managed to get all the way over to here, warped here, and someone in here also warped there, we would both be in the same system. Okay, we'd be in the same server. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, that is pretty much what there is to do in Starscape. If you guys need any tutorials on how to get started, I will probably be making one of those soon as well. But yeah, apart from that, guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Goodbye.